Assalamualaikum. Now we have to start further from the topic we have been discussing before, that is the inelastic scattering of photons by phonons. Now to discuss for the inelastic scattering of photons by phonons, we have discussed about the inelastic scattering. What is inelastic scattering? We are going to take a photon and scatter it by a phonon. Phonon sound wave in a crystal that may result in the creation or absorption of a phonon. The phonon-phonon interaction occurs due to the change in the local concentration of atoms and hence refractive index of the crystal. As when the phonon will interact with the phonon, then the concentration of the local atoms in the crystal will be disturbed, so the refractive index of the crystal may also be disturbed. Conversely, there can be the electric field of the light wave induces mechanical vibrations in the medium and hence affects its elastic properties. Similarly, or in the same way or at the same time, the electric field of the light wave that has been incident will induce a mechanical vibration in the medium and hence affect its elastic properties. We have discussed about the elastical properties, that the two atoms are combined with the phonon, that is a spring like, so there will be elastic properties between the atoms. Consider a photon of frequency nu is equal to omega over 2 pi and wave vector is propagation through a crystal which have a refractive index n. Thus we have omega is directly proportional to the k vector. uh, Replacing proportionality with the c constant, omega is equal to ck over n for the refractive index. Substituting the value for the wave vector k is equal to 2 pi over lambda, omega will become 2 pi c over lambda n. From here, omega over 2 pi is equal to c over n pi lambda, and you know that nu is equal to omega over 2 pi, so nu is equal to c over n lambda, and from here lambda nu is equal to c over n, where c is the speed of the light. You know that. Let this photon interact with the phonon. As a result of this interaction, the wave vector k and frequency of the photon nu change to wave vector k dash and nu dash respectively. When the photon is incident by the phonon, suppose that the incident wave vector have the value k and frequency nu, but after scattering it will have a wave vector k dash and the photon frequency nu dash. If a phonon of wave vector k and angular frequency omega is created, then the angular frequency for the phonon is curly omega is created, then the conservation energy and momentum is given as, we will write the energy equation for energy. H cut omega is equal to h cut omega dash plus h cut curly omega. Here h cut, you know, that is a constant, and omega is the frequency of the incident, omega dash is the frequency after scattering, and curly omega is the frequency of the phonon. For momentum we can write similarly, h cut k is equal to h cut k dash plus h cut k. Small k is represented for the phonon wave vector, k dash is for the scattered photon, and k is the wave vector for the incident photon. Incident photon on which the phonon is being incident. Taking Vs as a sound velocity of the phonon and assuming it to be constant, then omega is equal to Vsk. We have proved this value before. Then for phonon it can be written as curly omega is equal to Vs into small k. The wavelength of emitted phonon is comparable to the wavelength of the incident photon. So from here we have omega is equal to ck over n, and you know that c is the speed of light, and speed of light is very greater than sound velocity, or you can say sound velocity is very less than speed of light. So from here omega frequency of the photon is greater than omega frequency, curly omega frequency of the phonon. So h cut curly omega is neglected the term h cut curly omega is smaller, became smaller. So equation A and B become h cut omega is equal to h cut omega dash, and from here we cancel h cut on the both sides, we get omega is equal to omega dash. It means that the incident frequency is equal to the scattered frequency, and h cut k for the momentum is equal to h cut k dash. That gives the k is equal to k dash. That means that incident wave vector value is equal to the scattered wave vector value. The wave vector k and k dash are related to each other from the figure 2 on the next slide. Here you can see an photon is being incident, and it is a inelastic scattering making an angle pi by 2 on the above side, and pi not pi, it is phi over 2 above and phi by 2 half above and half below. The whole angle will be phi. The photon scattered incident is k, as it is inelastic scattering, and the scattered is photon is k dash is the omega dash frequency. Here the phonon generated is A, B, A to C, which have been shown by arrowhead. A to C, that is the phonon with the curly omega frequency. That is the figure 2. From here we will find the value by using the trigonometric relation. Here taking the triangle, considering the triangle, we have AC is equal to AB plus CB. Substituting the values, k is equal to k sine phi by 2 plus k dash sine phi by 2. As we know that k is equal to k dash, AC is the phonon wave vector, so we have substituted small k. From here, small k is equal to k sine phi by 2 plus k sine phi by 2, that gives 2k sine phi by 2. That is the wave vector value of the phonon, that is 2k k. Here with the 2 is the incident photon which is being scattered wave vector. So that gives small k is equal to 2k sine phi by 2, where the phi is the angle between k and k dash. Thus a phonon is produced when a photon is scattered inelastically at an angle phi by 2 from the direction of the incident. The frequency of phonon is given by curly omega is equal to Vsk. We have written that equation before, and putting the value of small k, we get Vs into 2k sine phi by 2. Curly omega is equal to 2k Vs sine phi by 2, and we know that omega is equal to Ck over n. From here, k value is equal to n omega over c. Then substituting this value, we get curly omega is equal to 2 omega n divided by c into Vs sine phi by 2. Similarly, we will discuss about the inelastic collision of the neutron with the phonon. As we have discussed about the inelastic collision of the scattering of the photon by the phonon, now we are going to discuss about the inelastic collision of the neutron by a phonon. Phonon wave vector, you know, that is equal to small k vector, and curly omega is equal to frequency of the phonon, and that is equal to Vsk. X-ray photon, which is the in the initial having the wave vector k, scattered final wave vector will be k dash. X-ray photons energy is equal to 10 raised to power 5 electron volt. X-ray phonons energy is equal to 10 raised to power minus 2 electron volt, which will we get in the inelastic scattering or inelastic collision. We consider the X-ray beam, which is of the neutrons. The wave vector relation is given. Here wave vector k with the capital is of the neutron plus g, that is the reciprocal lattice vector of the atom, is equal to k dash plus wave vector k of the phonon. For the conservation of energy, we get kinetic energy of the phonon of neutron is equal to 1 over 2 m, and here small n represents for the neutron v square, and from here we multiply and divide with mn square above and below. Then the kinetic energy of the neutron is equal to 1 over 2 p square over m, and here p square is equal to mn square v square, as p is the momentum. P is the momentum is equal to h cut k, and squaring it on both sides, we get p square is equal to h cut square k square. Then the energy equation will become E is equal to that for the kinetic energy of the neutron, that will be equal to E is equal to h cut square k square over 2, and by substituting the value of p square. This is the energy of the incident neutron. Energy of scattered for p neutron is E dash is equal to h cut square k dash square over 2 mn. Now equation of conservation of energy will become 1 over 2 h cut square k square over mn is equal to 1 over 2 h cut square k dash square over mn plus h cut curly omega plus minus h cut omega curly omega. Here plus shows for the created phonon energy and the minus sign shows for the absorbed phonon. Now here is the experimental arrangement for the inelastic scattering of the neutron by the phonon. Here you see there is a neutron source from where the neutrons are being scattered, and the collimator. The collimator, you know, that is to make the beam parallel. From here parallel beam is sent on to the monochromator, uh, where the monochromator is to select the beams which has the same frequency, and in front of the monochromator there is a crystal target, after which the inelastic setting of the neutrons occur, that showing with the value NEON in a circular path on the right hand side. Thank you. The topic is being continued. Uh, Today it is still here. Thank you so much.